It's almost been 4 years since Injustice 2 originally launched. I remember I was so excited and had so much fun getting into the game and just learning everything about it. If I only knew a handful of a couple things, I would have saved so much time and a few headaches. I know it's been 4 years later, but Injustice 2 is still getting new players. So here's a few pointers I wish I knew when I started playing. Oh, and if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Probably the most important feature I wish I knew about was leveling your characters through the AI. This was crucial to not only get gear, but to unlock features, abilities, and, well, make this character the one you always wanted. From the main menu, head to Customize Your Character, then choose the character you want. Let's use Bane as an example. Head down and select one of the AI loadouts. Let's change the name quick just so we can remember, and then tab over to the AI adjustments. So at first glance, everything looks pretty normal, but let's change that. Remove all points in grappling and rushdown, and simply max out combos and counters. Back out and save the loadout, and boom, we have an AI powerhouse ready to plow through the multiverse. Now speaking of that, let's head to the multiverse. First, head back to the main menu. From there, you will go to single player, then to the multiverse. Then you head over to Battle Simulator, and then select Endless. Press the X button for Xbox or square for PlayStation 5 and select the AI character, which in this case is Bane. Then start. You will need to press a button to continue each match. However, this is by far the quickest way to level up your characters without dropping any money. So turn on one of your favorite TV shows while this is in the background, and it goes by pretty quick. You'll get anywhere between level 7 to 11 the first time, I believe, and then you're going to do it a few more times to reach level 30. Head back to the multiverse and repeat the process, and boom, you will have a level 30 character in no time. And like I said, it's easier than paying money, but don't worry, we'll talk about that in a bit. This is something I actually found out more recently, and I'm actually disappointed I didn't know about it, and that is the Learn Hub. To get there, go from the main menu to single player and all the way to the bottom to learn. First off, the Injustice 2 training mode is not that bad. Compared to some other modes in other fighting games, it's actually pretty decent. I highly recommend going through all of these. One, because you'll get better at the game, but more importantly, because you get loot boxes, credits, and source crystals, the premium currency in the game. You use these to buy shaders, additional skins, and level up your character, and modify the way you look in the game. Source crystals are pretty rare. You get them every time you level up, beating the story mode, completing guild multiverses, and said training mode. And of course, you can purchase source crystals. So honestly, give this entire mode a try. Next up is how to get rare loot boxes, shaders, and abilities. I have a whole video complaining about how abilities are done. Go watch that if you want to hear me rant some more. But I highly recommend you are always checking back to the multiverse and checking this planet right here. Now, you will have to have a maxed out level 30 character and somewhat decently geared character to even complete this. This will start the long grind of getting all those abilities, gear, and loot boxes. It does have a small price, sometimes between 75 to 150,000 credits, but it's worth it if you want to get those abilities early. And while we are talking about the multiverse, for those who want to get gear for certain characters, just check all of them. Most of these planets actually have some form of epic gear that you can use for certain characters, so always check back and see what's in there. Who knows, maybe your main is getting some free stuff and you don't even know about it. Now let's chat about legendary gear. To get there from the— now please pay attention to this part. I did not know this when legendary gear was introduced, and I made a massive mistake by sacrificing a bunch of gear that I did not need to. You will hover over the event that says you sacrifice gear and select that event. A window will pop up with all of the available gear to be sacrificed. Sacrifice the ones you want and simply sacrifice them. Do not, I repeat, do not go to your actual customize your character in the inventory and delete them there. You won't get them and you will not get credit for it. I made the huge mistake and literally wasted days of grinding. Don't be like me. And lastly, I want to touch on one small purchase that I would recommend, and I think it's worth it, and that's the Infinite Transforms. You can find this in any of the stores where you can buy Injustice 2. It's an add-on. I take a lot of pride in how I customize my characters and how they look when I'm playing other people online. So when I found out it cost a small fortune to customize every piece of gear, I was more than pissed. However, the Infinite Transform was an okay compromise. I mean, I'd rather pay nothing, but it's way better than some other games when it comes to monetization. And that's my list. If there's anything else you guys can think of that you wish you knew for Injustice 2 when you got started, let me know in the comments below. For those that don't know, I stream on Twitch every Sunday. Come and hang out. Also, follow my TikTok. I've kind of been having some fun over there with the FGC content. It's also below, along with the rest of my social media tags. If you liked the video today, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. My name is Phil, and of course, I'll talk to you guys soon.